And hello. Today we are redoing mixing. Oh, that's a lot of light on this one. That's good. Yeah, awesome. So today we are doing some metal drum mixing again. And this time I have found a very nicely recorded kit. Actually, almost a little too perfect recorded. Let's have a listen here. So a very nice tuned kit and a very nice room. And the cool thing is that the room mics here is actually recorded from rooms next to the recording room, which means that we don't have a lot of cymbal in them, which is very nice. This is my favorite way of doing things because that means that you just get mostly the snare, which I do very much like in the room mics. So this is very nice for me. Cool. So a nice breakdown pattern here. But let's start by no, actually let's go over here to this one for that. Yes, let's start here, and let's start with the kick. So the kick, I should say I have already chosen my samples, trigger samples to put in, and I have already also set up my mastering chain for this. That's the way that I do it. I know how I want the master to sound because that's the sound of me, and so I will mix to accommodate that master. So you can see it here. I have many videos where I go over this, so you can see one. You can have a look at one of those. But very quickly, we just have on the drum bus here, and this one to brighten up stuff, and then of course a parallel with 1176 and some saturation as well. Then here is my reverb that I will be using. This is my master. So usually my mastering channel will have way more, but for this I just have the two plugins I always have on, which is SSL Comp with a very loose setting, but it just works, and my mastering EQ, or at least my default mastering EQ, that might look a little bit different when I'm done with the mastering as well. So this is what's already there. Let's have at the kick. That's the in. Okay, so I can also hear that on these samples there has been, wow, and suddenly I'm very dark. Let's see if we can find a middle way there. I can also hear that some levels has been set on the mics to create the sound that they really wanted. So this is most definitely out. And actually so that's very low. That's kind of the sub kick, and that has been turned down. And then we have quite clicky one in from inside, which is probably a 91, or at least I could imagine, but I don't really feel like I have to go in and do too much shaping here. So I'll actually just leave this alone. Let's have a listen to the snare, or at least that's quite a nice top snare. Yeah, we most definitely have had some level going on again when these were recorded, but that's fine because I actually do quite like the sound that they ended up at. Yeah, that's pretty good. And the toms are, there was something in the beginning here. Let's do this. Okay, so big toms. Yeah, that's good. That's all good. And let's see here. Let's put it over here. So well, I call it brass, but all the cymbals and hi-hats and stuff like that, let's just... Sounds good. And the room mic. That's really good. So let's start by muting these so they won't go in and affect our close mic. And let's start with... Okay, so the first thing I think we need to do here is that we need to beef it up, then shape it. So let's beef with a little bit of saturation. And I have this kick thing that I have where this is kind of my secret here. So it's beefing it up. But we do need a little bit of click as well. So let's just like something like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe a little bit less, something like this. Yeah, I actually quite like that. And let's go in and use one of the SSL channels. So I actually kind of want to switch over to Slate Digital's channels because I just find them better. But at least they sound better. But I'm so used to using these that I'm just going to stick with this. And let's just channel out, do a little bit of compression when we need to do that. But so let's see here. Okay, let's start by grabbing some 200 and turn the slope up a little bit. Yeah, that focuses the sound a little bit more. And let's... That's a very old school metal sound. And to be quite honest, I actually just don't really like it that much. So let's just get like this. See how that is. And maybe add a little bit of... Yeah. Put the click up there instead, so because or else the guitars and the click will simply just kind of face each other out. So let's not do that. And then let's get a little bit of compression as well here. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really love these SSL channels. They not only make everything so much easier, but they just sounds amazing. And but let's add some more compression, and I want to use the red one. Let's use the red one. Oh, let's put up slow attack and a faster release, and put this up to 3.5, something like that. Just kind of focus the attack a little bit more. And what else? You know what? Actually, let's see if we can punch this up a little bit more. And I did talk about the SSL, the Slate Digital SSL, And I have them all here, but let's just go with the. I've been using this saturator a little bit, and it has a lot of options, but what I really just need to do is just. So the click there on the top is, it's a little much. I will admit that, and it needs to be controlled. And I could probably, of course, go up here. Turn it down, but let's just for the fun of it, let's just give it a little bit of a low cut here as well, and then some it's kind of this spike here that I don't like, so let's just go like 250, something like that. Yeah, it just takes some of that deep boxiness out of it, and then that's just around 10. Let's just, oh, that wants to be something that I don't want it to be. Oh, like that. And let's just take some like 10 here out. I really like the combination sometimes between an SSL channel and then you just use the Pro Q3 as more of a surgical tool, just to kind of, because it doesn't F with the phase and just makes it a little more like I just really like that. I hope you guys know it. Yeah. And then let's start pulling in the trigger sample. Okay, that's super clicky. Probably need to do a little bit about that. So let's again start with this. And probably something a little more around here, and then pull that down quite a bit actually. Let's go. Just kind of mellow it out a little bit, not so it doesn't sound like an electronic clicker or an e-click or a click module. Yeah, maybe something like around here. Oh, you know what we need? I found this, again, I feel like this is a commercial for Slate Digital, I promise you all, but this infinity bass thing that has this thing called Kick Magic. Kind of just gives it a little more of a smiley and a little more beefy. Actually, it's a little bit like putting a tape machine on there. Just not a tape machine. Okay, so that is quite clicky. Let's see if we can get just maybe a little more here. Let's see. Let's another. Oh, not that one. Another one here, and there is some boxiness here that I would like. There we go. Okay. So I've been pulling out some frequencies that we might need when everything is playing together, but for the sake of this, we're only doing the drums right now. So let's go by that, and then let's do the snare. Let's find a place with more snares. I have the dB there. Yeah, that's pretty good. let's start with an SSL channel. And what should we do here? Should we... So it needs more snap. Like that. That's pretty good. And then probably something where like around 1.8, something like that. Maybe 2. And then let's just take some of the boxy, like 4. That. And then let's just put in some 200. A little bit. And you know what? Actually, let's also kind of just do that here. That's okay. That doesn't sound all that bad. And if we put a little bit of... Just let's take that out again. We can do that in the end. And then let's do some saturation. And give it a little more life up around up here. So let's... Yes! So it is quite bright, and you know, mostly we kind of want those thump snares in modern metal. But I promise you, when we put it together with the guitars and everything else, that snap will be diminished quite a bit. So you want it to really be there so it doesn't disappear completely. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I have this little trick here that I usually do, and it just seems to work. So I'll put a SSLG channel on for the only reason that the other one is an E. And I kind of just want to take a little more out. Maybe some, yeah. And because I just took it out, I now want to add some snap into it again. So I'll just add a little bit of 200 in. This is set to be in the mids, so it's not in stereo. It only affects the mid in the spectrum. Yeah, I actually quite like that. And let's start adding in the trigger. Where is... Oh, sorry. That's stupid. So, for these one, but you know, we get that roomy snare in here. But let's just do a little bit to this. So, well, my trusty Saturn 2, the snare here. Just a little more oomph. Then let's do... Oh, what should we do? Maybe just this trick again here, so they kind of follow along. Maybe channel this out a little bit just. just add in a little bit of, you know what, let's go here again, just add a little to it. So you might be asking, Tim, why are you not like comping a lot? Because I'm comping a lot on this one over here with the snare. So that's why I'm not too heavy-handed with the snare. But let's just actually, I think that will be up here, and this will be up here somewhere. So of course, when we add in other stuff, it will be much more, way more room in it. So let's go with all the cymbals and the hi-hat and all of that stuff. So and you know, as a person that I once saw, just sometimes you just kind of need to just come on. You just need to just kind of close your eyes. Again, really beautiful recorded. And let's not mess too much with the sound there, and maybe just pick my usual, which is, I like just really like cutting everything away that I don't need, and then just push that forward. And this is where the Get Good Drums smash and grabs comes in. I just like that. Yeah, that's really good. Let's actually just for fun, let's just remove the triggers and see how it sounds without. Okay, so the samples just adds, you know, that punchiness that we want in the modern metal drum mixing. I'm actually quite happy with that. The cymbals are still a little bit low, but you know, for now that's pretty good. And you know what? Let's do the same with these. Let's just have a listen to how these actually sound. And again, remember that these were recorded in rooms, other rooms or hallways of this studio. At least that's what the description said. So that means you don't have a lot of cymbal in there, which I like, because those cymbals can really be annoying to get rid of, especially when it comes to metal. Like when you're in stoner and rock, where you just want everything to just be, you know, just up there all the time. It's fine, but for this, it's, yeah, I really enjoy that. So let's just have a listen. So the left and right, I'm not even sure these are left or right, but they sound so really nice. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so that's from pretty far away. Okay, well, these needs to be turned up a little bit. So let's just go with this room setting here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Let's put them on both and okay, so something is and here same thing. Give it a and I don't really think we need to, I just think we need to kind of just embellish the snare up here a little bit. That's all good. And let's just control that a little bit with, let's do the red one again. Okay, let's try to get that into the mix. Okay, that's a little much. These are quite low recorded. I probably should have, you know what, no, if it works, it works, and I like the sound. And the last thing is the toms. So there was something here where there was only toms in the beginning. Okay, really, really nicely tuned. Let's just do a little bit of smash and grab on them here. Let's see, I have a tom one, if we can use that, where we grab the transients. So let's just, oh. Yeah, that's pretty good so far. Maybe a little aggressive, but we might be squashing the attack a little bit, but let's just kind of see. And actually, let's just, no, not that one. Let's just go with an SSL channel again. Oh, that's the G, we want the E. Right here. there's a little bit of maybe actually I have this new plugin that I have been using, and it's truly magic. There's some witches sitting in here. Let's just see if we can. I probably need to go down a little bit, like around here. But let's just. But there you go. Didn't even have to do. Didn't have. Look, the silencer from Black Salt Audio is just amazing. It just works. I just put it to toms and then it just works. And then we can just spice it up a little. Yeah, there we go. And then remember, is it already panned? Oh, it needs to be panned. Awesome. And do we have... Okay, so actually now it's mostly just about just getting the levels on here. So let's just have a listen. Just want to try this. I have this room sitting here. I just kind of just want to. Yeah, that I actually quite like. Would probably turn this down a bit. So how much snare you want in there is, of course, that's totally up to you. But let's just... Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Is it to anyone's taste? Well, probably not. Sorry guys, it's just getting, the weather outside is just weird, and I don't have any lights on today because, here we go. I really like this. It will of course change if you're mixing it in a song, because you would then set, if it is a first time, you'll of course just mix it to the best of your knowledge and then turn everything else on, and then you will start, adjusting everything again. But again, for it's a top-down thing. I kind of set my mastering how I want it to sound, because the last few things that I would add here doesn't really, it's just a loudness and a little bit of saturation and a tape machine that just kind of glues everything more together. But that's when everything is on there. This kind of really works. Look, hey, I hope you like this. I hope you found this useful. I hope you can use this. Remember, this is mixed with extremely well recorded drums from a very, very good, I don't even know who did it because it was just a random website that I found it on. But I think that's it for today. This is a short, nice video. If you have, is there anything in the chat? If you have anything you would like me to either react to or something else that you think, remember I like the modern style. Of course, if we were doing death or old style, it would sound way different. This is a very, very polished modern sound. But if you want me to do anything else, please let me know in the comments or give me a like, smash that subscribe button. And I guess for now, that's it.